What's up, Varsity Maine followers? I'm Mike Mandell of the Morning Sentinel and Varsity Maine Network. This is my co-worker with the Press Herald, Steve Craig, and we're going to discuss some takeaways we had from the Class A and B title games at Fitzy over the weekend. Let's get right into it, Steve. You covered the Thornton Portland game, 28-0. The Trojans win their third title in 5 years. What did you see, and what are your lasting impacts from this game?
I think from the Thornton team this year is just first off, they clearly were the best team in Class A, the best team in the state, the way they were able to wear teams down. They knew they could do that. They openly talked about their depth and that if they kept playing hard, it would pay off in the end. And sure enough, they put the game away with their defense in the second half and then two touchdowns late from Connor Ayuk. That leads me to two other thoughts. First off, I know there are plenty of naysayers that get upset that Thornton is competitive in football every single year. Was their seventh consecutive trip to the Class A final. And often there's an undercurrent of, oh, it's all a bunch of kids from out of town. It's the boarding school students. That is not the case with this year's team. The vast majority are right from the Saco, Dayton, Arundel area. There were two significant players who are boarding students. The kicker, Yan Woo Kim. Yes, he's a boarding student. And another player, Yangmin Lee, a defensive tackle, who as a sophomore at Thornton played JV soccer. So this is a case of somebody said, there's a big kid playing JV soccer. Maybe he should play football. That happens in every school all across the state, or
Sure.
at least it should. So let's pump the brakes a little bit on the recruiting thing, the vast majority of these kids, and also give credit to Kevin Kiesel for creating a program there that every year has 25 kids coming from the local community to fill the program. The other thing is Connor Ayub's the best back I've seen in Maine in years and years and years. I think I have to go back to Tyler Bridge at Wells to find a person, very different style of runners, but a person that was that good in all facets of the game as a running back.
Yeah, absolutely. Thornton decisively in that one. They went undefeated against Maine teams this year. Bedford, New Hampshire was the only team to beat them. And then after that, we covered the Westbrook Cony game. Westbrook, Steve, uh, they had a lot of naysayers going into this game. Eight of the nine of us varsity main pickers picked Cony. Um, I think they took that seriously. I think they took that a bit personally. I know Geo Staples, the QB, had a chip on his shoulder. Cole Tanner, whom I spoke last night, said the same thing. Tony Bongaman, I mean, the numbers are eye-popping. An 87-yard interception return for a touchdown with a club on his hand. I mean, what more can you say about that kid? He blew up David Fry of Coney on a fake punt. Bia Lippert of Coney said he was one of the best defensive players he ever played against, and possibly the best linebacker he's ever played against. I mean, Staples, you told me before his ability to make plays with his feet to keep plays alive. He certainly did that. I think Westbrook's athleticism maybe overwhelmed Coney a little bit more than I thought than any of us thought it would. And just the turnaround. I mean, this was a team that was 0-6 last year before it won its last two games. They lost to Falmouth back in week two, and then they've rattled off nine straight wins. I mean, not much more you can say other than remarkable what Sam Johnson has done in 4 years since then. And I know they lose some guys, but having been there and having I know Hall's a junior. I know Hunter Westcott and Peter Westcott, excuse me, and Hunter Hall are juniors too. Camilo Jones is a junior. This is a group that knows what it takes to win now, and maybe it can build something from here.
And I think our cohort, Travis Lazarzik, kind of nailed it with his column is that the thing that Sam Johnson got them to do is believe. He believed in them from the get-go. He's a just, really for somebody my age, he didn't graduate from high school that long ago, 2012,
Yeah.
and he got them to believe in him. He believed in them absolutely 100%. He told me before the Kennebunk game, we don't think of ourselves as Cinderella. Other people can call us this, but we believe that we're as good as everybody else, and they certainly proved it. And they punched Coney in the mouth early, and then just kept doing it. And Coney got flustered too. I mean, that was the other thing. They had not been in a game like that where things went awry, and Westbrook has.
Yeah.
They've they've had to battle, and this is this was one of their biggest margin of victory since they beat Kennebunk in the regular season. Uh,
Yeah. Their four
so,
previous
so
wins were all high school.
what a great story. And the crowd support, the band, that was what high school football is supposed to be about.
Let me just say that both games at Fitzy, I mean, that place was packed. We knew TA and Portland were going to be, but credit to the Maine high school football fans who came out this weekend because it was just a great audience, and I'm sure the kids had a great time too, seeing that part of Portland packed. I mean, I couldn't get a parking spot within like a half mile of Fitzy. Credit to the Maine high school football fans who showed up this weekend.
Yeah, it was good, and the weather was cooperative too, and it was actually a very fun day to finish the high school football season. Well, I guess not quite yet. We still have the Portland Deering
Yeah.
third game of the season in the Thanksgiving game.
Yeah, bit of a weird situation there, but that's a sign of the times, I guess. All right, gang.
And
Mike,
just as a quick note, that game is at Deering's Memorial Field this year, not Fitzpatrick Stadium.
gotcha, gotcha. Well, folks, that's going to put a bow on this 2025 football and fall sports season. We're on to basketball here, and we'll have some great previews and content for you soon. Until next time, we're signing off.